Hello, everyone. My name is Dominic, and today I want to start a series of videos and even potentially live streams of something I've recently been inspired to do. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of developers on Twitter and Instagram and just other sources of just them recording themselves developing stuff. And for me, I thought that would be pretty fun, and I wanted to jump into it. And I'm looking forward to doing this along with everything I've got to learn from this. And I have an idea in mind that I've worked on previously but never completed. Well, today we're going to take a look at that. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, as we see here, we are on my GitHub, and I wanted to do something called a scripture database. Now, pretty much what was going on in my head was that I wanted to make a website where I can just look up a scripture and or look up some tags or kind of enter a phrase and then get results back of what I was thinking. Now, this is possible already. I believe it's called Open Bible, if I'm not mistaken. And you can just look through topics. Is it Open Bible or it might be Knowing Jesus? I think it's Open Bible. But something similar to this, but actually doing it myself, one for learning, but also just to record it along the way. Just look back at it because I think programming is pretty fun. It may take a lot of thinking sometimes, but it's a passion that I have. And I started developing this project here back when I was learning PHP. And since then, I've learned a lot. I've been working on some projects and I've been taught a lot. And something I've ran into was actually the Laravel framework, which is what I want to refactor this program into. And so we're going to run through some of this and we're going to get through just the installation process of refactoring a scripture database. There's a lot of things I have in mind for it, and we'll run through it. And in another video, we'll actually kind of brainstorm and look at what's in my head and some ideas I have for it, and probably write it down or draw it on some kind of diagram, just so I can get my brain out there of what I was thinking. And I think it'd be a pretty cool project to work on. So back to my GitHub. Essentially, as I explained earlier, it was like that. But if you look at this code, you'll see that, I mean, it's cool, but I didn't know much of what I was doing. So I worked with what I knew. And so it's just little things that generally a framework would do, like Laravel, which is what we're going to look at, but just trying it on my own. So just like some general query stuff, some general search, and some helper functions, and some, let's see, PHP generate. Some, what's it called? I know in Laravel it's called like not inheritance. It's like blade templates or components that have slots inside of them. They're templates, essentially, where you would insert some HTML into a specific section, and then it will kind of inherit the outer HTML from its parent. I just don't know the word for it right now, but something like that I tried doing. It's super funny. Some helper functions again, and it was pretty fun. Although there was not much done to this, as you can see, this was made 4 years ago, and I think I made a few commits. There were, yeah, test branch. Not sure why I have that. But there's a few commits, or 21 commits. Wow, what did I do? Well, either way, you get the idea. Let's go ahead and run into Laravel and just kind of restart the project here. So we'll go to laravel.com/doc/8.x and we'll read through and just, well, not read through, but just kind of set it up. So for me, I'm using WSL2 So I'll be using Docker or Laravel Sail to run this project, and just makes it a bit easier. I plan on using Laravel Jetstream and Tailwind CSS, just a basic tall stack. So Tailwind CSS, Alpine.JS, Livewire, and Laravel. So let's go ahead and start that. So it is, just have to run this command in the terminal. And we'll go ahead and paste that in. We'll name this scripture database. All right. All right, so now we see that it is pulled and all the composer packages and everything. Now it's just telling me to run the Docker image, which I do have some of this installed already. I worked with Docker before for some of my projects. So I don't think it will take too long, but with the magic of video editing, we'll go ahead and get through it. All right, looks like it's up. Let's go ahead and check it out. Open my IDE here in PHP Storm. Okay, so here we'll go ahead and go into other, and we'll start a new project. Whoops, let's go back. We'll start a new project from existing files, and we'll pull it from the WSL directory. Okay, got it selected. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and set up the environment. So if we click here, I already have some of my plugins installed. Looks like I'll change the app URL. I believe this is all I have to do. Database. Just do scriptures.test for now. Because I'm running Docker, I don't believe I have to change any host file. So, but I do have to run npm install. So thank you, PHP Store. Oh, that's not where I want to run it. Let's run it in our terminal. So sail npm install. Okay, let's try this again. And install. Okay, perfect. And so composer. Okay, well, let's go ahead and publish the Docker files. Publish, let's say Docker. Sail. Here we go. Okay, sail, and publish. Okay, publish the Docker files. Let's go ahead and run Jetstream. By the way, I have an alias of sale, which is why I don't do the .vendor, in case you didn't know. I have an alias of sale, which makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so those are on there, and then we have to publish them. So sale artisan. Okay, let's go ahead and run npm install and run. Okay, now let's run it, and then we'll run migrations. Okay, run dev. It looks like I saw a little message before it popped this up. It said that we're running TailwindCSS in just in time compilation mode. So that's pretty good. I got to figure out how to enable that. I believe it's enabled by default already because it's in preview. I'm not sure. We'll look into that in a later video. So let's go ahead and migrate the database. Okay. Create sessions table. I believe that might be a session by database. Huh. Okay. And then, so we got that, we got Tailwind, okay, so we got everything. Now let's just test if we can hit the endpoint for the website. So let's check the web.php. Okay, looks like we already got something there. Let's just hit the endpoint and we'll do scriptures.test, and you can't access it. Okay, so that means I have to run it in the host. I guess I was wrong earlier, so notepad. All right, and we got it working. Cool. Okay, so we have Laravel 8.61, and I believe we're using PHP 8, although there are 2 Docker files that are published for 7.4 and 8.0. Not quite sure which one I'm using currently, so that's something I'll have to check out off the video, but that is pretty much it. We made it all the way to this Laravel home screen. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm looking forward to making more and just kind of experimenting with the code and just these layouts and everything that has to do with making this content. I think it's really interesting, and looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.